Not all things are sunshine and rainbows in my life, though. Have I ever told you about the time I was unfaithful to my wife for 5 years?
No.
No, I was. My wife.
You were together for 5 years, or
we've been together for 13 years. For 5 years of it, I was unfaithful.
Welcome back to the pod. My name's Kenny, here with my co-host Matt. What's going on, brother?
What's up, guys? I'm dreaming of you tonight. For tomorrow, I'll be holding you tight. And there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. Here in this room, podcasting with Kenny. Now, see, I've had this song.
This is 100% new to me. I did not know this was coming.
I've had this song in my head for 4 weeks. 4 weeks ago, I did a meme, a Valentine's Day meme. Like, what are you doing on the 14th? No gi, right? And I put the damn Selena song on, right? And it's got so many damn shares that every time it happens, I'm like, what? And that song. I've been singing that song, and that's one song that if I hear it once, it's just in there. It's in there like AIDS is in the Magic Johnson. You know what I mean?
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. But like that song has been stuck in my head. So I figured, hey, Valentine's Day just passed. This would be a great episode to talk some Valentine's Day topics, because I got a bone to pick with all the dudes who say, oh, I don't need to do Valentine's Day. That's a Hallmark holiday. All this, that. Like, I don't need to celebrate it. I can give my wife flowers anytime I want. Well, breaking news, you probably don't, though. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't give them flowers anytime you want.
I constantly gift my wife shit. I know you're not directing this at me.
Kenny is Rico Suave over here. He'll be posting some shit, some like haiku poems and shit. I'm like, damn, dog. All right. I was like, this guy loves his wife, and I love mine. But I was like, oh, Kenny's next level. Yeah. He may be a blue belt on the mat, but this guy's a black belt husband. Okay. So
I love my wife.
That being said, look, do you eat candy on Halloween?
Yeah.
Do you eat hot dogs on 4th of July?
Yeah.
Do you drink beer on St. Patrick's Day?
No.
Well, maybe you don't, but most of America does. Hey, buy your wife some fucking $5 flowers.
Right.
Or your girlfriend a $5 flowers and some chocolates on Valentine's Day. Because guess what? These birds got jobs too. And it comes that night. And if you're a married man with kids or in a relationship, a longer one, you know how hard it is to get some action in. Why not guarantee it?
Right.
It's a guarantee. They know they have a job.
It's so easy to make your lady feel special on the day that she's supposed to feel special, because every other girl that she knows feels special. So you either just toe the line and buy the flowers, and it's going to cost you $15 and you're in, or you don't do it. You break her heart. She's now comparing herself to all her friends who got it.
She's going to say, I don't need anything like that, honey.
Yeah.
I don't need anything like that. I know you love me. I know it's just a dumb holiday. Save your money.
Yeah,
no,
guess what? Loud, not in her head,
what she's saying is like, oh, that guy comes into the office with flowers.
Yeah.
She's like, is that one for me? Is it for me? No, it's for fucking Darla in accounting, not fucking your chick. You know what I mean? You're not purple belts yet. It's just not going to, like, get your girl some flowers. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that always bugs me. Like, I don't need to sell Hallmark. It was made up holiday. Well, you know, I think green beer is made up too for St. Patty's Day.
100%.
I don't think leprechauns were just pounding back green brewskis. I don't think Cinco de Mayo, all this stuff, they all mean something, but like we all celebrate it.
I don't know. It's the same people that say like, oh, we don't celebrate Christmas. You don't have to buy.
Your boy got sticky on Valentine's Day. I'll tell you that right now. And what did it cost me? It cost me fucking $20. It cost me $20. And Mrs. Vega was all on top of me. I couldn't even handle myself. One of the best experiences we've ever had for $20.
Oh my God.
Blindfolds the whole thing. It was insane. It was absolutely phenomenal.
Matt got sticky.
That better not be the episode. Is that the name of the episode?
man.
I was not at 6 a.m. Thursday class. I'll tell you that.
Really?
No, I did not make it. I don't teach 6 a.m. Thursday class, but sometimes I like to go. I did not show.
It was a late night.
It was a late night in the Vega house.
A lot of cleanup.
I mean, it probably went faster than she wanted. But it was so worth it. I was like, you know what? What did it cost me?
$20.
$20.
Yeah. That was a tough one.
So, like, it's not, I mean, it's the guys who say, I don't believe in it. You guys are missing out. I'm telling you.
I think if you're a single guy, or like you're a single guy, but you've got some females that you entertain frequently, they're not your girlfriend, you know, that kind of a thing. I could see a guy saying that, and it's like, okay, yeah, you don't want to waste money on a girl that doesn't mean anything. If you are like in a heavy relationship or married and you still have that mindset, then like it's time to let that go, you know? Just commit to your girl at that point. It's a fucking one day, dude. Come on. It's
literally, you got to keep dating your wife. You should.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah.
Purple belt energy. We've talked about it. Like, there's no purple belt ain't coming up on my chick.
No.
She's all about it. You know, it's not happening.
Yeah.
I make sure I try to be the best husband, father, whatever I can do. I don't, I'm not going to be the guy who's going to be like just lackadaisical and not know what I have or what my wife has put into the relationship. Like, there's one way you can do that is Valentine's Day. Just give her some shit. You know what I mean? Like, she freaking went through labor twice.
Right.
She did all this stuff, sacrificed her body and all this crazy stuff. The least you can do is, $20 and some chocolates.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like breaking the bank. If it's breaking the bank, make her a card or something.
Yeah, you can be creative with Valentine's Day. It's not hard. I've done that. I've done that with, even in my current relationship with my wife, like where I could not think of like what to get or whatnot. And I'm like, we're going to do a craft with the kid. It was like a Mother's Day thing or something like that. I could not think of what to get her for Mother's Day. And like took my kid to the store, bought some stuff, made her a craft, and it's something that she loved more than anything I could have bought her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cheap. Like
plus, if you have kids, if you have daughters,
yeah,
they are watching everything you do. So my daughter sees me buying my wife flowers. She sees me opening her door. She sees me doing all these stuff. And I'm doing it because I want to, but I'm also doing it because I'm showing my child this
is what it
is what the bar is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You set the bar low,
yeah. You can't be mad at what they bring home at that point.
No.
Yeah. That's on you.
It's like my dad always opened my mom's door. You better get over here and open this shit. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of, you're leaving impressions on more than just yourself.
Yeah. One of the things my wife's super good at is the holidays for the kid. There's from Easter to Valentine's Day to this to that. There's a basket when that kid wakes up in the morning. She had a Valentine's Day basket full of candy and a little stuffy and like little like things, personalized things that my kid just is obsessed with. And my wife is so good at that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we got a question, Kenny. How many times are you getting it in?
I'm not going to answer that on air.
I'm going to answer it on air. Look, I'm trying. Look, the question was, how many times is your boy getting it in a week? We're getting some wild questions on this podcast. And the answer is as many times as I'm allowed. I'm on TRT now. Your boy's ready.
Yeah.
Anytime, so I like to say I'm happy with twice a week, but I'll take 4. And that happens sometimes. But like, I'm happy with twice. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, that's good for me. Like, I get it. Life is crazy. So yeah, I would say twice a week. Kenny's not going to answer. That's fine. That's a smart move. I'm probably going to, but yeah, twice a week for me is a healthy thing. And if we have a rule, I like this rule, which I'm trying to implement. It's like a 48-hour rule. I don't know if you've heard of this. I heard this on another reel. And I was like, I'm stealing that shit. If one person says they're not in the mood, which is usually her, because guys are always in the mood, she can reject it. That's fine. But she's got 48 hours
to make it up.
And she has to make the move.
Okay.
that's like this 48-hour rule. I just heard this. I don't know where I heard it, but I heard it on the internet. And I was like, that's a great idea. And I'm trying to implement that in my life. That your boy's pretty, I have a good wife. She, we're good over here. So that's the answer to that question. Not all things are sunshine and rainbows in my life, though. Have I ever told you about the time I was unfaithful to my wife for 5 years?
No.
No, I was. My wife.
You were together for 5 years, or
we've been together for 13 years. For 5 years of it, I was unfaithful.
To what?
My wife is a vegan.
Is she really still?
No.
Oh,
she's all about that meat life now. But for 5 years, she was a vegan, and she was all about it, and like for the weight loss and for like the animals. And I was going to see these crazy movies, and like I was trying to be the best supportive guy if I can. And I was like, damn, she's like, I'm making veggie this and veggie that, and this tastes like chicken, I swear. All these meals.
Is that where her IG handle came from?
That's where the IG handle came from. So she was making all this vegetable stuff. And I'm like, yeah, my wife's like, I'm a fantastic cook. Obviously, I'm a big guy. But all her meals would be veggie based. Quinoa, and this and that. And I'm like, I just be cheating. On the way home, I'm just crushing burgers. I'm just crushing.
Like it's soup every night?
I'm like, she's like, yeah, vegetable soup, all this stuff, I'm like, just hungry. Your boy was just for 5 years hungry. She's like, oh my God, you only had one serving. It's like, I'm stuffed, honey. I'm like, I got in and out on the way here.
4 days this week.
The find my iPhone, like she could not track me. I turned that off, went to Carl's, busted out a burger. Like I was eating so bad for 5 years, unfaithful to our to our vegan life. She thought I was just being so good, but really your boy was just cheating.
When I met my wife, she wasn't vegan, but she was vegetarian for like 13 years or some shit like that. And she had like fish here and there. That was it. No chicken, no beef, nothing, right? And after we had our kid, she was also anemic, and had like super low iron and shit like that. So after we had our kid, we had a Christmas party or something like that at the barbershop where she works. And they had a taco guy, and she tried a chicken taco. And it was like a thing. Like her boss was like, I gotta see this, and she ate,
fucking loved
dude.
it.
And yeah. And so then she started eating chicken for like a couple years. And then she started like a couple years ago, she tried beef. I think it was tri-tip for the first time. And then like, she's like, I could just never eat a burger. And then like a couple weeks ago, she had a burger, like a good burger. And she's like, I like hamburgers now. Like not every hamburger, but
so this is a recent thing?
Within the last 5 years, she went from eating no meat to like now she pretty much eats everything. Yeah. And her anemia is gone. She doesn't have low iron anymore.
Yeah, I've never been off the meat train.
Yeah.
She may have thought I was, but I definitely wasn't. Yeah. I was killing meat.
Yeah.
And I think she kind of knew. It's like one of those relationships where back in the day, I'd be with a girl and she's my girlfriend, but deep down, she knows I'm cheating on her. You know what I mean? That was me back in my, like, before jiu-jitsu. But, like, I was, like, a real dirty fucking piece of shit. Yeah. I was, you know what I mean? She's like, but, like, I know where are you at right now? Why is your phone always dying on Friday nights? Like, your boy's out fucking taxing shit. You know what I mean? Like, I was out, I
don't know. My phone battery just doesn't like Fridays.
I have no idea. I lost my phone. I'd be doing some stupid shit, but like that was the old school, Like,
yeah.
Who's David calling you at fucking 2 a.m? I don't know who that is. This guy from work.
Yeah. Do you ever consider doing carnivore diet?
I would like to do that, but I heard the diarrhea is explosive.
Really?
I want to. I want to change it up. I need to do something to like really shock the system. And I'm not taking a Ozempic.
Do you we'll say this is jiu-jitsu related because we're talking nutrition.
This is balance, baby.
Right.
We're dads and husbands and fucking we eat food too.
So do you take any sort of like a prebiotic, probiotic? The older I get, the more like the weaker my stomach gets.
Bro, I take a dim detox for the estrogen blocker. I take my TRT, 200 milligrams a week. And that's about it.
So I I love hot sauce. I love I love spicy food in general. And the older I get, like the less it agrees with my stomach.
That does not agree with my anus.
And so I started taking the Derek More Plates More Dates guy on YouTube. He had an episode talking about prebiotic, probiotic, and he had this company advertising called Seed, and it's like take 2 pills a day in the morning before you, like when you start your day, and it's a prebiotic, probiotic pill, and it within like 3 days completely changed my stomach, like to where like everything is solid. I don't have like the stomach issues that I had when I eat hot foods or anything like that. Like all of it gone.
Damn.
In like 3 days. Like changed my everything.
Damn.
Yeah, I swear by this shit.
Yeah, I want to change it up. My weight is been pretty stagnant around 250 to 260 for like 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've been pretty much stuck here. And I need to like do something because you just don't see guys over 250 living into their 80s or 90s.
Right.
This is not something that happens. And I want to be better and I want to be around for my children. I want to be around for my kids. So I'd like to get around 220. But, your boy is, I don't know if it's willpower or weakness or like, I just got bad eating habits. And I have like, it's just, you have to admit fault.
Yeah.
And what you have. And the eating has always been an issue with me. I'll leave jiu-jitsu and go get a soda. What a fucking goon.
I think the fuck thing is that like I don't feel like I eat any different now than I did like in my like early 20s. It's just I don't have the metabolism that I had in my early 20s.
No.
So like I'm not eating any different. It just now it does different shit to my body.
I think my metabolism is worse than my knees. And that's pretty fucking bad because I can't walk. I'm fat because of my metabolism. My knees is because I'm fat. Like, I need my knees. Like, it's like the whole freaking Austin Powers shit. But I'm fucking I'm pretty fucking mean in side control, guys. Don't let me get the side control. You're going to be grunting.
You will. I can confirm this.
And I can invert, and I can get upside down, and I can do all the funny stuff. So don't let these fucking titties fool you.
See, they do. They do. No, Matt does not move how you would think Matt would move by looking at Matt. It's I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. It's pretty impressive.
Hashtag burrito big.
Yeah. Under that burrito big exterior, there's an athlete.
And then
there.
part of me, I'm like, man, I'm not living up to my full potential. And hopefully, maybe I can use this as an accountability episode for me. Like, hey, man, you put it out there. I want motherfuckers in my DMs like, stick to your shit. Don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I can get there and become the best person I can be as a martial artist. Because right now, and it was easy for me. It was easy for me earlier in my training when I was a white belt, a blue belt, purple belt. Purple belt, I started getting pretty like good at my game. I mean, white belt and blue belt, every class I would show up was smoke because I sucked. So every class, I'm fucking dead.
Right.
I'm fucking gassed. I'm sweat angels on the floor. You know what I mean? And I'm getting great workouts. The better you get at jiu-jitsu, that's why you'll see some bigger brown belts, because the better you get at jiu-jitsu, the easier jiu-jitsu gets, obviously.
Right.
And you're rolling with guys, and as a bigger guy in general, I'm not getting the workout I used to get because I can dictate the spots that the rounds go, especially as a bigger guy.
Right.
So I'm not getting as gassed. And
you know when to be explosive,
it all
when
depends
not to be
on
explosive.
who shows up.
Yeah.
If I'm rolling and all of a sudden I see this guy, or I'm like, oh, fuck, your
Right.
boy's getting tired today. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's some smoke here.
Well, and then being a 6 a.m. guy too, it's like your options are less because you go to the 6 p.m. class and that's where all the smoke's at. You know?
Right. And so like, I don't, it all depends on who you get to roll with. And sometimes, you catch yourself being lazy or something. But I'll say this, man, the 6 a.m. classes got a lot of smoke now.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of brown belts, a lot of purple belts. You get your work on in 6 a.m. Dude.
It's
Those
growing.
guys don't play. They're consistent. They're every day. They roll hard. They all got great cardio. It's a tight unit. Like they really get after it. So if you ever want to train, come to 6 a.m. check my Marietta. Everybody gets after pretty good at 6 a.m. The whole school, everybody gets it pretty good. But like, there's definitely times where you can catch yourself as an upper belt being lazy and being like, I'm not going to get no work in today.
Right.
And I could make myself have work by putting myself in bad spots, which I try to do. But sometimes you're just lazy and you're not. You're just being heavy and you're just being,
Yeah. I've had those days too, just even as a blue.
But those days are still better than days not training.
Right. Right. That's how I feel in general about it. Like there's times where I'll be driving from work. It's the end of the day, and my plan was to go to class, and I don't want to go, and I'll drive by the gym and think like I should just keep going home. I should just drive past, just keep going home, and that's when I tell myself like I have to go. Like I need to go to class right now because I don't want to. Like that's my body telling me more than anything I have to go.
I think Jocko said something like that. He's like, if you're tired and you want a day off, do it tomorrow.
Right. Yeah.
Not today.
Right. Yeah.
And then if you feel like, then you reward yourself the next day. But don't just in the moment say no. The days that you have to, you need to do it that day and then do it tomorrow. And if you come to tomorrow again, then you'd be like, okay, yeah, my body needs the rest.
And it's not, and that's the thing is that I'll be driving and it's not like I train 3 days in a row. My body's just beat and I need a day off kind of a thing to recover. It's like mentally, I'm just not there. And it's like, I'll force myself to go and I'll leave class feeling so much better and like happy that I went.
As soon as you get on the mat, you're like, why was I even a fob not wanting to come to do this? This is fun. We're all doing it because we love it.
Right.
Why am I not wanting to walk through the door when I know that as soon as I grab lapels or I lock heads with somebody or, crossface somebody or spike somebody, that's like, I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I'm here. This is my release. This is what. So it's kind of like when you play basketball, no one's tired when they have the ball in their hands.
Right.
If you ever have the ball in your hands in the game, you're never tired. You're always trying to score. You're not even thinking about how tired you are. As soon as you pass the ball or you're on defense and you're sucking wind, like, oh my God. With the ball's in my hands, I'm good.
Yeah. So one of the things I do too is like, if I'm sitting there, if we're doing rounds and let's say I have a hard round and I sit on the wall and somebody calls me out, very rarely will I say no. You know what I mean? Like even if I'm exhausted and I'm just like, fuck, I don't have any energy. It's like, no, go. You know what I mean? Like I need to do it. You know what I mean? Just and then as soon as we again, lock heads or, if I happen to get the takedown and I end up on top, I'm not tired anymore. I have the advantage position. I'm in the attack at this point. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden my energy's back.
You're never untired when you're on top.
Yeah.
Top half. Are you tired?
No.
Side control. Are you tired?
No.
Mount. Are you tired? No. Close guard. Kinda. Half guard. A little more.
Yeah.
When you're in side control, gassed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like those are the positions that you should really. That's when you should use your energy. You should not rest when you're in side control. When they're in side control on you. You should rest when you're in side control.
Right.
That's where you get your blows. But like when sometimes I'll catch guys just gassed and just they got nothing left because they exerted so much energy, maybe not to get past or maybe not to get in trouble, but that you got to try to trick yourself. Like this is where we can't rest. I'm mounted.
Right.
I've got I got to be squirming like a girl on prom night and get the fucking guy off me. You know what I mean? Like, cause I did not sign up for this. I just wanted to dance to fucking Usher. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to move, my man. You can't just be sitting there like, I'm tired. Yeah, have your way with me. You need to say, like, know when you're going to get your shit passed.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's about to pass. What am I doing next? Don't wait till he gets there to think like, oh, now he's in. What am I doing next? Be like, he's about to pass. Okay. As soon as he passes, I'm rolling.
I'm just getting to the point where I'm able to think like a step ahead. You know what I mean? Like as a white belt, that doesn't exist. You know?
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't.
It's one of those things where it's like, okay, if I feel like, let's say they're, I don't know, they're going to try to pass my half guard or something like that. It's like, where are they going? What can I set up from here now? And, yeah, I'm just now like starting to come into that knowledge of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it takes time. It does. Let's get into some topics here. That was a crazy intro right there. A little Valentine's Day for you guys. let's see. What do we got? Leg attacks. Are leg attacks overrated?
I don't think overrated. I think it's starting to change. I think that the tide's shifting, but there was a span from, I'd say, 2017 to maybe like 2020, 2021, where like that was the focus.
It was the new hotness.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, now everybody's kind of learning the defense, learning the attack.
Yeah.
And I said that previous episode that's why I feel like double leg pulls attacks are like, it's kind of boring because people can defend them so good, you know?
Well, when you look at like clips that went viral for jiu-jitsu just a couple of years ago, you know what I mean? Like that Marvin Castile Eminari to outside heel hook, you know, that he did in one like the Fight to Win or something like that. Because shit like that didn't happen a lot then. You mean that was like oh my God, you know what I mean? And it was so fast. But now, or like when I mentioned in another pod that we just recorded, I went to an EBI, and I would say 70% of the matches, this is an EBI in 2017, 70% of the matches probably ended in leg locks. This is when Danaher Death Squad was like, it was Eddie Cummings, Gordon Ryan, what's the other one?
Anyway, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
there was a lot of finishes in the leg locks. Lech and Giles, all these guys where it's like, you know, everybody's just tapping everybody heel hooks.
Right.
And it's a very effective move because people didn't know that game. It's crazy that game was when Donner said like, why would I ignore half the body or whatever? Right. I think that was Donner.
Yeah, it was.
Like, that was crazy to think of like, yeah, what the fuck were we thinking?
Right.
But also it's like now people aren't.
Well, I think it changed the jiu-jitsu landscape as a whole, where now, because at that time, the only people doing it was Danaher Death Squad, and then Eddie Bravo saw what they were doing and was like, I have to be able to answer this. So he started teaching all the 10 Planet guys leg locks. And so like those two camps really kind of pushed it. And then I think that forced everybody else, like in a high level competitive realm, to like, we need to learn these and the defenses to this. And once the rest of the jiu-jitsu world kind of caught up to that, now it's gone back to, you know, the meat and potatoes of jiu-jitsu, because we're not ignoring the bottom half anymore. We've trained it, we understand it, but it was so effective because nobody knew how to counter it or stop it. But now that people know how to counter and stop it, it's not as effective. You know what I mean?
And people that say leg lock and stuff doesn't really work in the street, well, that's all speculative because it depends on how good you are at it.
Right.
Because there's some guys that can do it in MMA. Ryan Hall. Gary Tonin.
Yeah.
These guys are still hitting high level MMA matches and they're freaking taking guys' ankles home. Ryan Hall took BJ Penn's foot home in like 10 seconds.
I know. That was fucking.
So to say that it doesn't work in the street is false.
Right.
Because it does. It just depends on how good you are. You telling me Gordon Ryan or Mikey Musumeci won't rip your shit to shreds?
Right.
If they get entangled. Paul Harris did it for how many matches? You know what I mean? Like, it works.
Yeah.
So it just depends on how good you are at it.
Yeah.
Dean Lister, all these guys, footlock guys, can get their shit off, but they're wizards at it, right?
Right.
Yeah, regular purple belt dropping down to, you know, De La Hiva trying to go for an outside heel hook. Look, you might get fucking your face pounded. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, it depends on how good you are at that specialty.
Right.
But I think like the combat jiu-jitsu that Eddie Bravo's doing, stuff like that, learning to hit that shit while strikes are coming, is this going to evolve the leg lock game even more?
Yeah. Yeah. To the original question, do I think they're overhyped? No, I think the rest of the sport caught up with the hype of it. And I think now it's just a part of the sport the way it should have been before.
Yeah. I think it's just caught up to where it needs to be.
Right.
Speaking of leg locks, Gordon Ryan got his truck stolen. I would have thought Gordon Ryan would have had a garage. You in Texas?
So
was it out of like his academy? Was it out of like a parking lot?
No, I think it was at his house. I think he said it was like 3:00 in the morning at his house. Now, I think he does have a garage, but he has
a lot of other cars in there.
Yeah. He has like I think he has a Corvette he has a Viper. and he has like a CTSV or something like a super souped up like Cadillac. So I'm sure those are the garaged cars, and then he's got the truck.
I mean, your boy parks his truck outside too. So.
Yeah.
But
speaking of garages in Texas, a lot of homes in Texas don't have garages, and it's because of the property tax in Texas is super high. And if it has enclosed walls, like a garage, it is included in the square footage of your home and therefore increases your property tax. So there's a lot of carports.
You want me to move there, Kenny?
There's a lot of carports in Texas.
You want me to move there? Come on, man. Trying to give me no state tax, up the property tax.
Yeah.
I'm already paying $9,000 a year in property taxes. That's fucking facts.
Yeah.
Your boy is fucking paying a lot of money in property taxes.
If you listen or watch the pod and you live in Texas and you get those Texas home listings, like I always do,
sluts.
Just send them to Matt. Spam Matt's inbox with Texas home listings, because I do.
$27 mansion, fucking.
Because I do.
They're sending it to me. I'm just like,
oh, look, it's 4,500 square foot fucking McMansion for
my wife's on Zillow looking at McKinney, Texas.
Hell yeah.
Jeez, I swear.
It's working. It's working.
I swear. So about Gordon Ryan getting his truck, do you think Dirty Mike and the boys fucked in his truck? He got it back.
Okay, so
but were the chairs sticky? This is the Valentine's Day episode.
All right, so I'm going to break this down real quick. And this is if you own, I work in the automotive industry. I'm also a nerd. They make this little device called a flipper. You can buy them off of Amazon. They're $300. That's all you need to steal a Mopar. It's that easy. It's a device that reads radio frequencies, and it reads a bunch of different radio frequencies. So they can sit outside of your house. They can pick up your key, because your key is constantly talking to your car. This is why they say if you've got a push to start car, don't keep your keys in the garage or even near the vehicle, because when it's within a certain proximity, it's communicating back and forth, even though so one, it'll kill your key fob battery. But two, these guys can literally park across the street from your house. They can use this device to pick up your key fob signal. They can unlock your car. They can start your car, and they can drive away without alerting you whatsoever, other than hearing your car start up and drive away.
Motherfucker.
It's that easy. And Mopars in particular are extremely easy to do it, more than other vehicles. I don't know why more than other manufacturers, but because of the Hellcat motors and whatnot, they're a sought after vehicle because you can rip those motors out and put them in other cars. So they're stealing Trackhawks, TRXs, Hellcats, so Challengers, Chargers, and just parting them out.
We used to call flippers in 2007 the little skinny slutty girls at the bar. Just call them flippers.
Oh wow, wow, yeah.
Small world. That's what I got out of that. I was like, well, Kenny's just going off on cars right now. I have no idea what the hell he's talking about. I can barely change the oil in my truck. Let's get into some questions. What we got here? Let me see.
Wait.
What we got?
What's up, Kenny? What's up, Matt? This is Nate from 6 a.m. Team No Sleep at Check Matt Marietta. I've got a question for you guys. Wondering what your thoughts are on people on the team that maybe haven't been training for whatever reason and feeling like they shouldn't go to belt promotions and support the rest of the team if they haven't been training themselves. Interested to hear your thoughts. Thanks, guys. Close.
Big Nate, my man. You gotta support your team.
Yeah.
Especially, it's like a brotherhood, man, or sisterhood, brother, sisterhood, whatever. Like, support your team, be involved. Like, even if you're not going to get it, like, you're still there for the other guys that are. Like, don't dwell on a piece of tape. So you get a piece of tape and you feel like you didn't earn it. That's your coach's decision to give you that piece of tape. So obviously he might think you do deserve it, or, you know what I mean? Don't dwell on a piece of tape, because I've seen guys die with 4 stripes on their tape and never get promoted again.
Yeah.
Like, and I've seen guys, like I've said before, get belts who, we're like, what? He only had 1 stripe. Why did he get a belt? So the tape is kind of like, we've talked, it's kind of like for the coach to see where you're at, like, for a memory.
A measuring stick.
He's like, oh, you got 4 stripes? Well, how many years you been training? And he can kind of be like, oh, with this, now I'm going to see if they deserve that next belt.
Right.
So like, who cares? Like, obviously, if you have work or something, you can't make the promotions. Yeah, make your money, but like, be supportive, be a teammate, be like I'm happy for all my guys. Why? So black belts should never go to promotions.
Right. And that's what I think more than anything. I think it's just you're there to support the people you train with.
I try to go to every promotions.
Yeah.
Because I see these guys battling. I see these guys getting after it, and I want to be there to tell them, like, hey man, congrats. Like, it's like, I want them to, I want to show them that, like, I'm happy for them, proud of them, whatever. Like, it's like, if what if no black belts just got their black belts and never came back until they're like, well, 3 years, I'm here for my degree. Your claps. Hey, Matt's getting his second degree. They'd be like, bro, you know what I mean? Like, oh, who's this guy?
Yeah, where the fuck was he?
That guy from the internet? Oh, he's here just for the fucking gram? Like, no, be a teammate. Jiu-jitsu first, be a teammate. If you played any sports in your life, which I know Nate has, fellow hoopster, be a teammate, be supportive, be there for your guys. I've been to promotions with my knee with staples in it. I have hobbled out onto the mat and sat down. I've stood up. I've like, whatever. Like, you just got to be there for your guys because that's who you're training with every day.
When I've got my promotion and I had other teammates come up to me, higher belts, same belt that I just got, or lower belts, even people that I train with that I've respected, and they said like, congratulations. Like, that shit meant almost as much as my professor putting it on my waist. You know what I mean? Like, these are people that I respect. These are people that I train with constantly. So even if you're not getting something and you're just there to like support your teammate and say like, dude, congrats. Like, you don't, I don't know, maybe not everybody, but like some people, that means the world to them, you know? So, and you should fucking, I've said this countless times on this podcast, you should be there like to hype your people. You know what I mean? No matter what, you know what I mean? Like, there shouldn't be a jealousy thing. There shouldn't be a like, well, I'm not getting a stripe, so it doesn't matter. No, it fucking matters, man. You know, like, again, those are your people. Like, you got to be there for your team, and you got to be there to ride for the people that ride for you.
Especially the real high belts, you should go there because, and they all do. Why? Because I remember being in a promotion where I got promoted. I think it was purple belt, and Bushesha was in the picture.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, whoa, dude. I was like, what? Like, what the heck? Like, why? Because he's supporting Poncho. Poncho's his boy. Like, coolest shit ever.
Right.
Like, be there for the guys. Like, that's just part of the game. People were there for you. Right. Be there for them. It's just golden rule shit.
Yeah. There was a promotion that Jason had, the belt promotion before my blue belt promotion, and he had Obinho was there, Poncho was there. I mean, he had probably 10 or 11 black belts there. Like, it was for a school that small, you know, with that many black belts. Like, that was fucking rad. It was just like, God, like there was just a something in the air, you know, we're just
it's cool, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of knee pain in that room. Back pain, shoulder pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That was very
that was cool. A good question, Nate. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's see what we got here. I don't know. Nate always seems to miss my class. Nate likes to miss my class and then show up to Fridays with Joey. I know Joey's your boy, dude, but hey.
He texted me earlier today and asked if I had tomorrow off for the holiday, and I told him no, but I think he's planning on going.
Joey is your boy. I get it. Joey's a great guy. But I'm your body size. Come learn Monday and Wednesdays from me.
He is. Yeah. He's tall. He's probably 6'1", 6'2".
He's a big boy. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
He might be taller than that. Maybe like 6'3". Nate's tall with drink of water. Heard he's got a piece on him too. From
if we're gonna talk about that,
what's the
Drake video?
Oh fuck! Hey, you guys seen the Drake video? Boy, hey, light skinned brothers got units on them.
I have not seen it, but I heard plenty about it.
I had to say, I got to see this fucking tomahawk, dude. And let me tell you, my man's cooking with some fucking real fucking beef stew down there.
I believe there's some other podcasters not in the jiu-jitsu space that referred to it as a missile.
Hey, bombs over Baghdad. Hey, this guy, I just don't understand why he kept his hoodie on.
I don't know.
It's his helicopter in it. He's hoodie in it. One day we'll have a guy in a chair, and a lot of people want to be this guy in the chair. And then we could bring this freaking piece up right now, and just put the shadow. This is even on my phone. I thought people would see it. Like, I think it's a unit. Congrats, Drake. It's a hotline bling. For sure. The Drake piece was legit.
Shout out Drake's unit.
Yeah, shout out Drake's unit.
Gets
maybe that'll be the fucking comment. Like hashtag Drake's dick. Drake's burrito. Hashtag Selena. I don't know. What do you recommend to eat or drink during multiple training sessions? This comes from _L Martinez 1.
BCAAs while you're training, water, but BCAAs will have electrolytes.
Yeah, you want to just drink heavy fluids.
Yeah.
Heavy water, chicken, eat clean. It's clean eating. Like, don't fucking throw cheeseburgers down and shit like that.
No.
If you're going to train twice in one day.
Yeah.
That's
a light snack before the training session, maybe some rice cakes or something like that. It's just something that's light, that'll be in your stomach, but it's not heavy. It's not going to slow you down. It's not carb intensive. Yeah, you definitely don't want to scarf down like a burger or something like that.
Is it cringe? This comes from Sarah B _Pitbull Jits. Is it cringe for lower belts to turn down higher belts to roll with other lower belts? Is it cringe for lower belts to turn down higher belts to roll?
So if I'm a purple belt and I walk up to a blue belt and I say, do you want to roll? And they say no, and they decide that they're going to roll with another blue belt or a white belt.
Is that cringe? You should always honor the higher belt.
Yeah.
I'm a little old school, right? You should. But I don't consider a higher belt. I think purple belt and above is higher belt.
Yeah.
I don't think blue belts are higher belt. So if you're like you're a blue belt and you want to roll with your white belt buddy, and another blue belt or like a 4-stripe blue belt's like, or you're a white belt and you want to roll with another white belt buddy, and the blue belt's, hey, you want to roll? You're like, no, I'm gonna roll with my boy over here. Like, you already have a match set up. You already set it up.
Yeah.
But, and obviously girls, Sarah, would be a little different because you're a female. So you got to be selective on who you roll with. Roll with people. It's better to roll with people you trust than someone you don't know. But you got to trust that higher belt will protect you. But you got to play that game. Like, am I going to trust this guy? He's a giant guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not a lot of girls asking your boy here to roll. Even though I'd be gentle. I would be like, I'm not going to I know how to roll with a female. But I'm not getting a lot of people not girls going, hey, you want to roll? Like, they're like, I'm going to Matt. Like, no, Matt's fucking big guy.
Yeah, because they just watched you pressure tap the guy right before that.
But you got to change it up. I would roll different with females.
Yeah.
But like,
maybe they don't know that.
They don't know that.
Maybe they watched the meme of, why isn't your man texting you back right now?
Sorry. Tay Jordan, 200,000 views on that.
You're famous.
200,000 views, my man. I'm sorry again. I apologize. I didn't think it was going to do that. I was a quick hitter. I don't know. Yeah, no, just be selective if you're a female from her perspective. But I think, blue belt, you're still a lower belt. You're a novice belt, blue and white. So I just roll with whoever you can.
Yeah.
But if a purple belt or a brown belt asks you to roll, you should probably choose that first because you're going to get more out of that roll than you will with somebody who's a lower belt like you are currently.
And from my experience, again, I can't speak for everybody, but typically if a purple or a brown or black is coming up to me and asking me for a roll, it's probably because they already know where I'm at and they're not looking to just work me over, you know what I mean? And just be a dick and be like, well, I'm just going to smash this guy for the next 5 minutes. They're like, maybe they're testing me to see my progress or something like that. You know what I mean? They rolled with me a week ago. Now let's see, okay, did he learn anything in the last week or something like that?
Say you're rolling with Zach.
Yeah.
From Dedicated Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
And you're about to roll Zach. And all of a sudden I'm like, hey, Kenny, you want to roll? What are you going to say? You're like, Zach.
No, I would say.
You're like, hey, Zach, hey, Matt wants to roll.
Yeah.
He's the black belt. I'm going to go roll with him real quick. I'll get you after.
Yeah.
Is that cool? Like, that's just how it works.
Right.
It's happened. Hey, purple belt steal your girl, upper belt steal your roll. That's happened. Hey, that's happened a lot. It's happened. It's just part of the game.
Yeah.
And eventually you'll be able to steal people's roll also.
Right. Yeah. And I think the other person, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be offended by it. If I was the Zach person in that scenario, I don't think I'd be offended by it. Like, okay, yeah, black belt wants to roll with them. I get it. I think that's kind of an honor, though. If a black belt's asking you to roll, like, again, it's probably not because they want to smash you. It's probably because they want to see where you're at.
And last question from @Bunk Knee, me too, my man. What jiu-jitsu belt has the largest skill gap?
I'd say white belt because you know nothing.
Okay.
I would say blue. You're at blue. You know something. You're learning. Purple. You're becoming proficient. Brown. You're proficient at mostly everything, and you're just kind of polishing everything else in black. So yeah, I would say because white belt, you know nothing.
I would say skill gap is the most skill gap would be blue and black. And the reason why I'm saying that is
black makes sense.
White belt, you have 2 years.
Yeah.
Blue belt, that blue belt could have been training for 10 years already as a kid.
Yeah.
And a new adult blue, there's a huge skill gap there. Right. Black belt.
Yeah.
Is
just
like
deep, dark waters. Yeah.
Like there's black belts who've been black belts 10 years longer than me. And then we're in the same division.
Right.
What the fuck?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they've got way more traps, way more tricks.
Right.
So I would definitely say blue and black are probably the most skill gap belts when it comes to that kind of stuff, because, there's just, those are the only 2 belts where someone could have been training for 10 more years than you.
Right.
And be that belt. So to me, that's what it is.
I got a question. Okay. This is a black belt stripe question. So let's say you get your black belt, you get your second degree here, coming up. And let's say you move away and you're not training. Let's say you go open a school, right? You go, I don't know. You move to Texas and you go open a school.
McKinney, Texas.
Yeah. And how would you get your third stripe? How would you your third degree?
It's called about being involved in the sport and like being active jiu-jitsu. So whether it's through teaching or whatever, there's Poncho's got guys who have schools in Montana and other places now, Tennessee, and they will either fly Poncho out for a seminar and he'll get his third stripe, or they'll come down for promotions and get stripes. Like it's about, stripes at black belt. It's not about so much skill. It's about how old you're getting.
Right.
It just means you're just getting older. So, but you're still in the game. You're still active. Now, if I was just not training anymore,
right,
and I was like, I don't train jiu-jitsu anymore, I'm not going to show up and be like, hey, it's been 3 years, but I haven't rolled since the last stripe.
Right.
Like, no, because I'm not. My journey ended at 1 stripe because I'm not active. But if I'm teaching and I'm coaching, because there's a skill about being a black belt, it's about teaching and coaching. The red bar is teaching and coaching. So to me, if you're teaching and coaching, then obviously, yes, that would be still warranted. You get your next degree.
Sometimes I see black belts with a red bar, but then I see black belts with a red bar with a white stripe on each end.
I don't know what that means.
But you've seen them?
I've seen that too. I don't know what that means. I think it might just be a certain type of belt. I'm not sure. If you guys do know what that means, fucking DM us, because even at black belt, I don't know what that means. I know the black belt with the white bar means like, hey,
competitive.
I'm just competitive. I'm not trying to teach right now.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. I've seen you've seen the black with the blue bar is the combat.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like we've seen but like, I don't know. Like I always pretty much wear my red bar because to me, teaching is the funnest thing that I can do in jiu-jitsu. When people ask me stuff or want to do stuff after class, I'm always like, hell yeah, let's go. Shit, I'm late for work. I don't care.
Right.
But yeah. You think what I'm thinking, partner?
Aim for the bushes?
Aim for the fucking bushes. Thanks, guys, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Follow me at O's Nation. Follow at Freak Party BJJ. Got it right this time.
He did.
Follow at BJJ Balance on Instagram. We're growing. We owe it all to you guys. YouTube is doing great. Hashtag Drake's Burrito. Hashtag Drake's Burrito in the comments. Help us out. I want to see Drake's Burrito. Just Drake's Burrito. Drake's Burrito. Drake's Burrito. All the comments. You can even go to Drake's page and start writing Drake's Burrito. Drake's Burrito. All over his stuff. It's funny. We kind of went after that guy. That was his name, Brad Leah. I posted that video about him and his like, I don't do jiu-jitsu because it's sweaty and the pew pew and the bang bang ching chong.
Pow. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Everybody went on there and said single mom soft. And he came on and he even laughed at it. So he seems like a pretty good sport about it.
Yeah.
And he's a social media guy. So any traction is good traction for him. So you helped him out too by saying single mom soft. But again, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for all the support and all the follows. Big things happening with the podcast here in the next couple months. We can't wait to share it with you guys. Stay tuned and we'll catch you around. Os.